live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos that came out this morning. I put quite a few, well, actually two shorts, not quite a few, two short videos and just a couple of videos, but I have got lots more videos that will be coming out over the weekend. Um, and also just like to thank you guys for being part of the channel and liking and subscribing and all that. That means a lot to the channel. And also like to thank my managing moderator Hamish for looking after the channel, and the Kookaburra Man and Amy and all that were on the channel the other day, and they were liking and subscribing. I do appreciate that, guys, I really do. And as you know, we have made some changes to the channel. We did have a bloke come in yesterday. I don't know if people saw him. He was trying to pretend to be, a smarty, and luckily Hamish and I, Hamish saw through him, and Hamish was the one who sort of picked that up and sort of said to me, "Hey Pete, this guy's not for real, and he's only a person that's pretending to be someone that he isn't." So I was grateful for that, for him to jump on it so quickly. He did have a couple of suggestions. He did suggest that this is Hamish's idea, guys. I don't know what you think about it, but Hamish suggested, well, why don't you just, let Izzy watch, but don't make her a moderator, which was a good idea, and just see if she's going to be bitchy, because he was bitchy to Hamish yesterday when he was joking around about the Commodore keys again. She was getting a bit bitchy with him and, saying to him, "Oh, you can come and collect my exhaust system." I mean, the guy's not a bit of rubbish. You don't say that, I don't like smart mouths, I don't know why she's changed like that. She's gotten really sort of like a jealousy sort of thing, and I can't understand that. I mean, she, doesn't mention her partner that much, which is good. But it's like he's the best thing that ever happened. I mean, come on, he's only a mechanic. I mean, he's not even probably not even a good mechanic. He keeps swapping cars for this car, for that car. But still, that's not my problem. Anyway, all I want the guys to know is, if you're on the channel, Hamish is managing moderator, and Kookaburra Man is, and Hamish and I were talking, and Hamish said to me yesterday when I was over on the TikTok channel, is, Pete, why don't we look for another girl managing moderator that will come over on the TikTok channel and the YouTube channel, that will help you out on the channel. And I said to Hamish, that's a good idea if we get a managing moderator, which is a lady managing moderator on our channel, and they can help us out. So we are looking for, say with me, a managing moderator for the channel, someone that can help us out, and someone that can be here on the channel, and they can just help us out on the channel. We want someone reliable. So Hamish and I are having a look around for a managing moderator that will help us on the channel, and sort of and a lot of people have been really good about my decisions that I had to make about getting rid of Izzy from the channel. A lot of you guys have been very, very good and very patient about it, and I do appreciate it. As you know, this week it started off to be a really good week, and it wasn't until Wednesday when things really started to happen on the channel. If you're over on the TikTok channel, you would have found out things really started to happen on that channel, like Izzy's bitchiness towards me and Hamish, and the trouble was, she embarrassed herself on TikTok. No one likes to be embarrassed on TikTok, but she embarrassed herself on TikTok, and it made the viewers on TikTok think to themselves, oh, well, what's he going on about? But all of the guys that were either on the TikTok channel, they do like the jokes that we were telling, and I did appreciate you guys for being there for the jokes and all that. We are trying to keep the joke, going about Hamish and the family and the keys and stuff like that. So we are going to keep the joke going. I don't know how long. It's been going for a week. So we'll try and keep it going for as long as we can, because I know you guys get a lot out of the banter that goes on the channel. And I love banter. I really do like a bit of banter. I like a bit of, say with me, drama that unfolds. It's really cool to have the drama, because then you can work out from that drama, what did come out of this, what did we learn from this, and we're learning lots of things on the channel. We're learning, that people aren't, what they seem to be, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So we are learning that. I'm learning a hell of a lot from being on the YouTube and TikTok channel. I'm learning a hell of a lot. I'm learning that people, seem to be different people to what they seem to be on the channel. And Hamish being a high, what do you call it, IT guy, whatever he is, works on computers and stuff like that. He was saying to me yesterday that he looks into everyone that joins my the YouTube channel here. He looks in and he says to me, no, this person here has got a fake account, or this person here, yeah, is a good person and stuff like that. And it's really good to have someone like that look, has got the channel's best interests at heart for me. Because it does make it very difficult for me to keep an eye on everything. At the end of the day, I only can. This is my dog. My dog is just coming up here every day. There's always some drama that comes on the channel, and I sort of can't keep an eye on everything that happens on the channel. So having Hamish on board and the sport people with me, it really makes it easy to do what we do. Yesterday was a stinker of a day. It was very, very hot. We went down to Bunnings yesterday, and the dog was very, very hot. We put the dog in the trolley, and I put a cushion for him to sit on, because I didn't want to walk him in Bunnings just in case he cocked his leg or something. But yeah, when you put him in the trolley, he's very, very say with me. Very quiet, and he doesn't jump, because I thought, oh yeah, he's going to jump out of the trolley, but no, he stayed in the trolley. He just sat down, and yeah, he was really well behaved, and yeah, that was really good, that he was really well behaved and stuff like that. So I did appreciate that. It's the second time that I've taken him down to Bunnings, for him to be part of us and have a look around, and that was really cool. But getting back to the other stuff that does happen on the channel, because a lot of people, they like a bit of comedy on the channel, they like a bit of joking on the channel, and they do like Hamish and I, the way we joke and the way we we're trying to make the channel better. We're trying to bring more jokes in. We're trying to make not the banter thing bad. We're trying to teach people that you've got to take a joke on the channel, and you've got to, for example, I really sometimes don't talk bad about people, but as you know me, guys, if I've got something to say, well, I go ahead and say it anyway. I don't sort of beat around the bush. I don't sort of tell any lies or stuff like that. I come right out with it. If I know there's something that has to be aired on the channel, well, I'll go ahead and tell it. I don't hide back from the truth. Mate, how you going? So I don't hide anything from the channel. So I tell you guys, what's going on, and I'm pretty honest with everyone that is on the channel when I say to people, oh well, this has been happening, and that has been happening, sort of thing. And it's it's basically, you know, what I tell everyone is basically the truth on the channel. We sort of don't hide anything. And you know, last week, as I said, was really a fun week, and it was a sort of sad sort of week because we had a lot of the banter going on, and we did have a lot of, a lot of people were saying to me when Hamish said to me, well, better we hide Izzy from the channel and get rid of her permanently, which was a good idea. It was a good move because he seems to be hiding a lot of people for some reason. And we really need someone, because I know my moderators, they do a great job. They always, they step in, they do this, they do that. But we also need people that are going to step up to the plate and really suss the people out behind the channel to see, oh yeah, who's this new subscriber? Is he because I know the old subscribers, you people are really good. You really are nice, genuine people, and I do very much respect that. But we do get some people that make all these fake accounts, and they come on the channel here and they do fake accounts, and they stir a lot of trouble up. And it's very hard for me with my reading, the way it's not very good. It is very hard for me to see who's genuine and who's not genuine, and that's why I need more people like Hamish that look into the background and say, oh yeah, well, this person here, yeah, he's going to be good for the channel, or yeah, she's not bad. Yeah, Hamish sort of knows, working in computers and that, he sort of knows what's going on. He was telling me yesterday that we're talking about driving and that, and he said, well, he doesn't know how long he'll be driving because he's got an eye complaint. He said something, I don't know what he told me, but he said to me, basically he's got to have an operation on his eyes, and he's only 18 years old, and he could, it's questionable how many years he can drive for. It's borderline. And yeah, he was telling me that, and I thought to myself, you're very young to have that sort of complaint. And, we were talking about it on the channel, and that's why I value his opinions. He likes to joke. It is 10 a.m. here. Here it is 7:43 a.m. in the morning. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking you? So that I know where some people are. It is good to do the solo lives. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing solo lives because Hamish, he'll jump in, and the Kookaburra man, of course, he jumps in. And it's good to have him back on the channel. It's good to have Matt back on the channel to help me run the channel, and to make sure everything is going the way it should be. And the videos are doing pretty good. The short videos are doing fairly well, which I'm very grateful for people that are watching all the short videos and all the videos, and all the new subscribers that have joined the channel. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you liking and subscribing and being here for us. As I said, we have got a post locker. If people do want to send me anything, they can. We also do a lot of behind the scene things. Hamish and I will have multiple meetings with the Kookaburra man, and we'll try and work out better ways to run the channel and better ways to do this. That's why I'm trying to find a new managing moderator lady on our channel, someone I can trust, and to be over here. I'm going to go over to TikTok and find out from some of the lady moderators. I really need someone that can spare the time to do it with me on the channel, and someone that can help me out and knows what they're doing, sort of thing. I mean, Izzy was fine, don't get me wrong, but she kept she sort of changed a bit on the channel, blocking people and hiding people, and and stuff like that, which was it's no good for you guys, because you guys were trying to comment, and so you'd always get blocked or hidden or stuff like that, and that's not the way I like to run the channel. And it has to be a fairly good excuse if someone was doing something really bad. And yeah, no, we couldn't have that going on. And as I said, the rudeness that he showed to Hamish and I, um, and to the TikTok channel was, was really disrespectful to me and disrespectful to the channel. And it sort of made me. I know she's trying to be nice to me. I know she's trying to get back on me good books. And I know a lot of people are thinking, well, you're holding a grudge. I'm not holding a grudge, guys. I only give one chance. If someone does something bad on the channel and embarrasses me and embarrasses the channel, and well, that's it. As far as I'm concerned, I am a tolerant person. I've helped her a lot over the 1 year period I've known her. I've helped her a lot. I've helped her get subscribers for her channel. I've given her good advice. And when a person turns around and says to me, I don't want your advice anymore, well, that is a bit of a slap in the face, you know what I mean? So yeah, basically we are looking for a new lady managing moderator, but as I said, they have to go over to TikTok to talk to me over there. I'm just not going to put anyone on as a managing moderator. They have to go over to TikTok. I have to talk to them. I have to know exactly what they're like and what their intentions are for the channel. And if they can take a joke and stuff like that, because as you know, Hamish is only 18 years old, right? He likes a joke. I mean, everyone at that age likes a joke. You've got to sort of take a joke. I mean, I take a joke, and I reckon the co-parenting joke about the Commodore is good. I mean, we do joke about other things, co-parenting. Bluey here, co-parenting. Other things. And Hamish is sort of he fits in with the joke. He takes the joke. He doesn't sort of get upset with the joke. And I guess the thing that makes that is making the channel go up and up in subscribers rates are may please can take a joke. Please take a joke. May I please? Yes, well, you got to take a joke. Yes, you have to take a joke. Life is full of jokes. People are going to tell you jokes. People are going to say this and they're going to say that. That's just the way life is. You've got to be prepared to take a joke in life. You can't sort of be too serious in life, and and say, well, look, okay, fair enough. Someone has said, oh, you co-parent my car. Fair enough. You've got to say, oh yeah, co-parent my car. You know what? You have it for those days, but you fill it up and wash it when you bring it back. You've got to have a joke. You can't sort of be too serious in life. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and I said this to Izzy yesterday, in all fairness, I said this to Izzy when I was over on TikTok talking to her. I had a really good talk with her, a really long talk with her. And I said to her, at the end of the day, are you ever really going to move the Commodore from point A to point B? Never. I mean, I know your partner, he's looking out for you, he's doing this for you, fair enough. That's great. Maybe Izzy does need a bit of looking after, fair enough. But and I was trying to tell her all last week, because he kept saying to me, oh, he moves the car, I don't get to move the car. He's always moving it from point A to B. And I said to her, and this is where the advice sort of thing she didn't want, because when I said to her, well, why don't you sit in the driver's seat? And she said to me yesterday, oh yeah, I tried that once, and he got all agitated. Well, then it made me think, if she is getting that much agitated when she's sitting in the driver's seat and she hasn't actually moved the car herself, sort of thing, and her partner's getting so agitated. That's not the right environment, sort of thing, for her. She needs to be able to move the car. She needs someone that can sort of, be there and say to her, okay, put it in reverse, slowly back it out, put it there, slow, and do that every day. Get her used to it. See how she's going with that sort of thing, And when I mentioned that to her, she said to me, she said first she was complaining about him, that he keeps moving it, and he's always out doing this, he's always out working on his cars, and he's always out doing that. And I said, well, but why do you let him move it if you're not happy about him moving it every 5 minutes? And she said to me, because, he's always got the keys. And I said, but, it's meant to be your car. Why don't you have the keys? Why don't you sit in it and you move it with him sitting next to you, so he can say to you, go that way with the steering, go that way with the steering, so you know how to maneuver it a bit. I mean, please, guys, tell me if I'm wrong or right, but wouldn't that be a good idea, to sort of get her to work the steering wheel a bit, so she can get used to driving it? I mean, that's what I done when I had my learner's permit. And it just seems a bit sad, and even Hamish is always saying to me, it does, things are sort of not working out. I mean, she's going for a course to be a kindergarten teacher, a kindergarten whatever. Now, I know she wants to do the course. I got to admire her for that. I really take my hat off to her for doing that. But wouldn't first thing come first? Get the license out the way, then go for the course. Because if you're already struggling for the learner's permit, and you've got the car sitting there, and it's going to be there for 2 or 3 years, whatever, just sitting around, it's no good. I would get the license first. Go for the license, get your hours up, go for the license, then I would worry about doing the course, because the course could run a year, 2 years. You cannot do both things, and I know Izzy, she struggles, and this is why she's probably getting aggro on the channel and not taking advice from me, what I give to her, because I've done these things. I've been there, as I've said on the TikTok channel. I've been there, I've done this. I know what can happen. I know what mistakes people make, because I've made the mistakes. I'm not giving unwanted advice because I don't know what I'm not talking about. I've been there and I've done it. I've made these mistakes, and mates at the end of the day have got to help other mates with the choices they make in life. And Izzy's always in that the house there. She never really ventures out. She may go out in public transport to go here and there. My honest opinion, from what Izzy's been telling me and stuff like that, I do reckon for her public transport, is probably more better off for her, because these days running a car, it's not cheap. You've got petrol, you've got maintenance on it, and as you know, Izzy's partner is a mechanic. We know this, and we've been told this so many times, but he sort of really doesn't do any maintenance on Izzy's car, sort of thing. So they do maintenance on other people's cars, but sometimes they don't do it on their own car. And I can't really see Izzy learning and passing this driving test, as long she needs an experience to do the driving and stuff like that. It's no good jumping into the other course that she's going to be starting already, because I've found this out the hard way. It's very hard to do two things at once. you've got, especially with ADHD and autism like I've got and like Izzy's got, you've got to focus on one thing. Because if you don't focus on one thing, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to get yourself angry, you're going to make mistakes, and then when you make the mistakes, that's when the trouble starts. That's when you're going to get irritable, and that's when all these things are going to happen, when you're going to say, oh, well, you know, oh yeah, I'll try to do this, I'll try to do that, and at the end of the day, you've got to really, really sit down and evaluate, you know, what's the best thing for me to do? What's important to me first? Is it important to me first to go for the thing I want to do, the placement thing? You know, to do a course or that. Is that important to me, or is it more important to me to get me hours up and pass my license, so I can take myself to college, because you've got to go to college to learn, to college, and you know, the placements and stuff, that I've got to have the vehicle to take me to point A to point B. I mean, this is my way of looking at it. This is my way of looking at it. So I'll give you another example. When I was younger, I had 2 learner's permits, right? I had a forklift learner's permit and I had a motor vehicle learner's permit. Now, I had to choose which one was more important to me, forklift or the car. I chose to do the car license first because that would get me to point A to point B, and it would get me to work, and it would get me home, and it would allow me to have independence to go out without relying on other people. And I done that one first because I put my priorities first, and I knew that was something I had to do, was do that one first, and I did. I done that one first. I got my driving license first go because I really studied and concentrated the best of my ability, with people helping me, asking me the questions every day, like, you know, life skills, you know, Peter, how, you know, to do this, to do that sort of thing. And then when I passed that license, then I went for my forklift license. I did have a forklift learner's permit up in with me when I was in Logan, because I was learning to drive a forklift there. But when I shifted down to the Gold Coast, the license was still valid, but I renewed the learner's permit again because the workshop that I worked up, the other workshop, I wanted to continue with my forklift learner's permit, but I wanted to get the car license first because I had the learner's permit for the car license, so I got that out of the way. And then what I done was, I did go for my forklift license, and I passed that. The moral to this story is, you got to put everything in, prioritize it. You know, to what's important and to what's not important. And you know, I reckon, in my opinion, is you've got to go for things that are important. And you know, if you do it that way, then you're going the right way. But if you're suddenly jumping from one thing then to the other thing, well, then you're going to think to yourself, well, fair enough, you know, I'm starting the course and I'm going to start, fair enough. And then you're going to sit back and you're going to scratch your head and think, well, hang on, I sort of got me license first. I sort of been working on that first, because I need the transport to get to that place. So that would have been my priority tonight. I did say to Izzy yesterday, sit down and prioritize what is important to you. Is the course important to you, or your driving? Because you keep saying to me that you want to get this license, you want to be able to drive the car. Is that important enough for you? Set a goal. is what I'm saying, what I tried to say to her. Set a goal. Go for the goal that you want. Your driving at the moment is more important than, you know, probably doing a course, because if you do a course, you've got to study. Now you've got to study for your license as well. You sort of can't really do two things at once, because then you're going to get yourself confused, and then that's when arguments start with partners and stuff like that. I've been there, done that. You've got to really sort of do one thing at a time, get it out the way, then move on to the next thing. And I know a lot of people here will be agreeing with me, that's the way to go in life. Um, I do a lot of this sort of thinking stuff, because I have been there and I've done that, as I said, and that's why now I'm trying to better the channel. I'm trying to give advice on the channel the best I can. I'm trying to, you know, put myself out for people that want genuine advice. I don't want people to come up to me and say, well, yeah, Pete, I need advice about this. I need, you know, it's got to be genuine advice. At the end of the day, you know, me giving advice is because I've been there and I've done that. That's why I give it my advice the way I'll give it, because I know what I'm talking about. Doing what I've done is, you know, it's called life experience, guys. When you do get advice, it's like life experience from one person to another. And I usually don't, you know, sit here giving life experience to people that are rude to me. You know, if people are rude to me and that, you know, they'll shut me down straight away and say, well, look, I don't want your advice. You know, someone's better at doing this than what you are. They know more about this than you do. Well, then, in my opinion, if that is the case, then yeah, fair enough. Just, you know, don't come to me for advice, or, you know, just don't talk to me, because it seems like, you know, you've made your mind up already. So, you know, if, you know, this person is so great, then fair enough. Ask him for advice. Don't, you know, come up to me, ask for advice, and then go bang, slap me down and say, oh no, he knows more than you. Well, fair enough. You go to him and ask him his advice. Go to family members and ask their advice. Go to your family members and say, well, look, I've got a friend, I met him on YouTube, met him on TikTok, we've been mates for now a year. I really told him off and I really had a go at him. So go and ask your family members, you know, should I have done that to him, you know, because now he won't talk to me. And what you said, Hamish, the other day, and Hamish is on now, I think you're 110% right on, you know, just, you know, I didn't like, and I'm going to be honest with you, Hamish, I didn't like the way Izzy talked to you yesterday. The way she was carrying on about, oh yeah, you can, if you want the keys for the Commodore, you have to go to the wrecking yard, and stuff like that. I just sort of didn't like that. It didn't sit right with me. It felt like a bit of bitchiness was starting with her again, and, you know, I didn't like that. So, you know, I do think it's best for the channel if she's going to start doing this sort of stuff, especially to Hamish, because Hamish likes to joke. He likes to joke. I mean, he likes to co-parent the Commodore, and his family's here with us. Hello, Hamish's family, how are you? The kids and his wife. He likes to joke as much as the next guy does. And Hamish and I started the joke off, and you know, I'm planning to keep it going as much as I can. But I was saying, Hamish, before, that Izzy has to make up her mind. Is the TAFE course she's going to be doing more important than getting the car license? Because I think the car license will take, first priority, don't you reckon, to make sure that she can get the license and go for the test for the eyes and see if she's competent of driving the car. Can she manage it in situations that she's going to find herself in on a main road? Like, judging corners when she's going around corners. Can she judge the corners in a powerful car like that without, running into a hedge or something like that? I do think she has to get into a car like her car. Now she's got the learner's permit and drive it in and see and let someone be the judge that's experienced it, has got a license and's got a car like that, and can take her on windy roads, because that's how I learnt to drive, on windy roads. My father took me on windy roads up, the Springbrook mountains here and all that, and I learnt to drive on windy roads. And I do think Izzy has to experience that, and then the person that's in the car with her can be the judge. He can say yes, she's capable of doing it, or no, she's still, she hasn't got the how do you say it, the intelligence to judge corners and stuff like. Because to judge corners, you've got to zoom. You've got to know when to steer that way. You've got to know when exactly to steer that, when to brake, when to accelerate. There's so many things that are happening at once. There's the acceleration, 1, the steering, 2, the judgment of which side of the road you have to stay on, far side of the road, 4. There's also keeping an eye on your temperature gauge, your water gauge, stuff like that. You've got to have that in mind, that, oh yeah, I've got to keep an eye on that as well. And, you've got to do all those sort of things. That's 5 or 6 things to do. And if you do get, like Izzy says to Hamish and I, if you do get a headache when you get into a simulator, well, how are you going to be out on the main, road? I mean, I'm sure Hamish wouldn't like his family to be, or someone to run into his family because they don't know what they're doing, And I know you're probably waiting for the keys, Hamish. You've got to follow that up because, as you said, by the time you do get them, the car probably won't move. So yeah, you do have to look into that, Hamish. I think that's very important to look up to, for the keys for the Commodore, because, you need transport, and co-parenting means it's your turn to sort of have the car. So mate, do look into getting the keys for it, because it's only sitting there doing nothing. Never mind, Izzy says to Hamish and I yesterday, it really made me laugh. Oh, I'm going to put a new windscreen in it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm thinking to myself, why the hell are you going to do all this if you have only got your learner's permit and you've never driven a car before? Why are you going to do all this first? Why not see if you're capable of driving a motor vehicle before you go for doing these repairs and that? Go and see if anyone in that friends of hers that she knows has got a vehicle like her car or Commodore, and go for like a drive with them. Let them, let you drive the car, so you can get the feeling of it, and the power of it, and the judgment, how to corner it, when to slow down, when to brake and all that. Because at the end of the day, when a traffic light, you've got to have a split on decision too. When you're driving a motor vehicle as powerful as what Izzy's got, you've got to know when where the traffic light is. If it suddenly changes from green, orange, red, just like that in a split second, you've got to make your mind up. If you're going at a certain speed, someone's saying high, you've got to make up your mind there and then. Should I stop, or should I just keep on going? question to that is, if you're halfway over and it changes orange, it's like if you're halfway through it already, keep going. You can't stop on an orange light. Well, you can if you're coming up to it, but if you're not coming up to an orange light and you're halfway through the orange light, keep going, because you can't stop halfway through an orange light. You've got to just keep going. Yes, Hamish, we know if it's a green light, you've got to stop. Everyone knows. Well, you keep on going, you don't stop. If you're colourblind, probably you do stop at a green light because you think green is red and red is green. This has happened to people that are colourblind. I do know this, that it works the other way around. They see different colours as different colours, unfortunately. But there, yeah, that's my... You got to learn all these things. What are you doing here? No, don't eat that. Why are you eating that for, fella? Now, I've got the dog trying to eat something here. What are you doing? He has been quite good. He's just sitting here beside me here, doing what he's doing. No, no, no. You take that out of your mouth. Yeah, he's already eaten half of the plastic on this. And he's a dog. No, you leave that alone. I try to stop him by putting my hand here, so he doesn't really eat anything. He'll just eat the what do you call it? My finger instead. But I can always move my finger. It's better than him chewing these leads. But every time he chews these leads up, it's no good for his teeth. I know he's in the habit of still teething because he's 10 months old. Well, actually next month he's 11 months old. I mean, geez, you're an old fella. Hey, you'll be 11 months old next month. God and Bennett, 11 months is unbelievable. I can't believe that. Yeah, he's 11 months old. He's very. I've got to say this about Butch now. You'll take him to the toilet, right, and he'll come where the gate is. I've got a gate. I let him out to go to do what he has to do, right. He'll come back in, right, and he won't try and get out or anything. He'll try and he'll come back in by himself with me standing right at the back of him. He'll take himself in. And he'll sit down, and he never used to do this before. When I first got Butch, he was so like skinny, he'd try and get through the fence. These days, he'll sit by the fence, and he'll like boom like that, but he won't go through, which is good. Maybe because he's put on a bit of weight. So, but no, he won't go through the fence now. He's turning out to be a good dog. He still likes to play. He still likes to nip. He does like to play nip. It's called play nip. Like he'll let you know when he wants something to eat, because he'll go wah like that to you, and you'll get a play nip. But he's settling down really good. He's just relaxing today. He's going for a haircut soon. He's due for his haircut, and you know, they get all this, because Shih Tzus have got all this hair that goes around their eyes and all that, and so he has to have all that sort of cut, and his tail done nicely and trimmed and all that, because they're a long-haired dog. Maltese and the Shih Tzu, people don't know, and most people don't know, in case you don't know, they are very what do you call it, long-haired dog. So they do take a lot of grooming. They do take a lot of yeah, looking after and stuff like that. But they are very faithful dogs. They come up to you and they, like, I'll go to the toilet at night, right, and I'll say to Butch at pitch night when I go to the loo, I'll say to him, sit and stay, because he will be asleep anyway. But I will say to him, stay there, I'll be back in a second. And he'll stay. He'll stay. The only time he'll move is because he knows what time that I'm awake and what time that I, you know, go to little boy's room, and he'll follow me, and I'll do what I have to do. And now what he does, he knows that as soon as I get the, oh, that's an aeroplane, guys. I think it's an aeroplane. Yeah, that's an aeroplane. It's going that way somewhere. Oh, that's two aeroplanes, sorry. Oh, that's right, the Grand Prix on today. I forgot about that. Yeah, here in Queensland we've got the Grand Prix. It's motor racing. So I think that's where the aeroplanes are going. They're doing around the Grand Prix. They do a circuit up in the sky and all that. That's why they're flying past here, because they go to the Grand Prix. But stop doing that. No. There we go. What are you doing, Butch? What are you doing, fella? You can feel him gnawing. I can feel his little teeth gnawing. What are you doing? You got such a big paw, haven't you? This dog has got giant paws. I've never seen paws like it. He has got a dew. They still got a dew claw. A dew claw is at the side of where their paws are, and every so often when you go for the haircut, they do the claws. They cut them and all that. And him being a bigger dog, his claws were not like other dogs where they used to grow like really fast, and you had to get someone to cut them for you, because her paws would grow in and they'd go under the skin. His paw, whoa, that's a big yawn. Show me the teeth. Show me your teeth. He has got a good set of chompers on him, I tell ya. He's got a very good set of teeth on him. He's now just sitting down here, just doing what he's doing now, just relaxing and you relaxing and taking it easy. What have you got there? Hang on, Butch, let me have a look. What do you got there? Give me a look. What have you got there? Give me a look, fella. What do you got there, Butch? There we go. There we go. He just had a bit of because he likes to play with leaves and that. So he goes to play with leaves, and what he does is he brings them back, and sometimes the leaves, they get stuck around his face area, and you've got to sort of do like that to get rid of them. So that's what he does. Hey, you good boy? There we go. Geez, boy, stop yawning. Geez. The dog yawns, he makes me yawn, I tell you. I think it's the hot weather too is making him more quiet. When it's a nice hot weather, Butch doesn't make much movement. He's sort of, well, now he's scratching. Where are you itchy? He's really going for it now. Yeah, what, Butch? No, don't scratch too much. Then saying, what's up? Good morning, Jen. How are you? What have you been up to today? Butch, stop scratching. He likes to scratch. He makes me scratch sometimes, I tell you. Hey, we've got sharp claws, you have, I tell you. Oh, geez, they're sharp. Hey, you got sharp claws. How's your ears? I always check Butch's ears, because Butch's ears go like that. And I'm always worried about him getting sunburnt, so I always put his ears back to how they should be. So I always, just give him a groom, give him a pat, stuff like that. So he's, he's taken care of, sort of thing. There you go. Hey, Butch. You right, Butchie? There you go. Yeah, he likes a good pat. It's one thing that he does like, is a good pat and a good to be looked after, ain't you, fella? Hey? What have you been doing here? I hope you haven't been trying to eat that. There we go. He's just sitting here, minding his own little business. He does take up the whole of the couch. He's getting very big now. When I say big, he's growing. So he's growing very big. Aren't you? You growing very big, aren't you, fella? Yeah, it is good for him now. He's now trying to lay on my lap now. There you go. Hey, very good boy, aren't you? he's very faithful now. He's getting more, he's bonded with me now. See, when he first came, he wasn't really he didn't bond with me. He didn't know me that well when he first came. But after 3 or 4 months, they do bond. They get to know you, and you get to know them. And yeah, he has bonded. I'm just going to take his dish in, and I'll be back. Hang on, Butch. Take your dish in and get your water. There's some biscuits for you. Hang on, Butch. Come on. Alright, sorry guys, I had to go to the little boy's room. What's been going on here? Hey miss, are you still here or what? You want a biscuit? Oh, excuse me. I'll talk about the dog, not me. Yeah, so we've been really talking. So I'm trying to keep these live streams for an hour, and then I jump over to the TikTok channel. Butch, come here, please. Butch. Oh, sitting over there, that's okay. The dog does like the sun, apparently. Let's see if Hamish is still here. Hamish, are you still on or what, mate? I know Hamish is somewhere around here. I know Jen's here. Jen does a good job. She's a good... I just want to... Hang on, Jen. I just want to see something. Hang on. Hang on, John. Jen, I just want to do something. Then I'll click back on it. Add. There you go, Jen. I've made you the managing moderator now. I don't know if you were before, because someone said no, Jen's only a standard. So I've made Jen a managing moderator now on my channel. This that I trust her, and she does it. Butch, enough! Stop eating that. So I made Jen a managing moderator. Just wait for Hamish to join. I know Hamish is around somewhere. Kookaburra Man, if you're out there, hi Kookaburra Man. What have you been up to today, my friend? Any exciting news that you want to share with us? If you do. And thank you for all the people that are watching. Some really cool videos coming your way. A lot of cool stuff that is going to be coming. I'm going to be doing a cooking video today by myself. It's going to be, yes, the mild chicken butter recipe again, but I will be filming it and putting it on the playlist this time. So I will be having a couple of videos coming out tomorrow, so there'll be a bit of delay in the normal videos that do come out, because I will be doing a cooking video, a couple of cooking videos. So the videos that usually come out with this support people will probably be waiting for another day. I'm not quite sure. I might chuck one in tomorrow. It just depends how long my cooking videos go for. But I will be doing some today because I did promise people that I would do it to put it in the playlist, the cooking playlist. Borge, stop doing that. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the dog, guys, so I know what he's doing. Butch, you want to come up here, Butch? Butch, Butchie, here, boy, Butch, Butch. Butch is just looking at me like, what are you doing, boy? I just want to see how many people. Hang on, guys. I'll be back.